Whoa, there we go. Welcome in to
Yeah, we
another
got you now.
edition. Welcome to another edition of Nick Patrick's Mailbag. I'm your co-host Casio. Let's do that.
There we
We'll
go.
get our correct nameplates below us so you know who's talking. And I am the co-host today of the man of the hour. The reason we're here,
Oh
the
man.
NWO heel ref, the most hated ref in the world. The man, the myth, the legend, Nick Patrick. How are you, sir?
I'm doing really well, man. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Good to talk to you. Of course, Nick here. If you're new to joining us, Nick, a legendary career, WCW, Georgia Championship Wrestling. Before that, many others. Dad, of course, Deep South Wrestling. You guys have the family heritage there. You end up in WWE at the end of your career. So a very long history for Nick Patrick. So plenty of stuff to talk about. Whatever you'd like to talk about, hit us up in the chat. We'll get to as many of those questions as possible here for the next hour or so as we have some fun. We are going to be talking to each other, having fun, and we encourage you to hit us up as well. We'll get to as many of those chats as we can in the next hour. If you want to jump to the front of the line and make sure we get to your question, you can go ahead and hit us in those super chat. That's a great way to support the show and a great way to get that VIP pass to the front of the line where we talk about your comment as well. Nick, hope everything is going well. Got a few weeks now that Halloween has passed us. We got a few weeks before our next Deep South Wrestling event.
Yeah, we're coming up on November the 30th. We've got it'll be our final show of the year, I believe. I mean, we're thinking about doing another one. I'll have more information on that later, but it'll be at New Realm, and it's going to be a big one, man. We've got some things going on at Deep South, and we've really kept everything pretty much in house. But we're going to have a shift in management, and we have hired, and this is going to be the first time I've made this announcement, So, but I'm not saying who yet, but we've hired a new booker, and Eric Adams, our former booker. It was a mutual agreement between all of us, and he needed just to step back and take some time to himself. Booking a territory for 3 years, you get burnout after a while. And he could feel it, and he needed to take a step back, because he had some personal things happening. He'd lost his mom, and it's really a tough time for Eric. So he needs to step back and just kind of regroup, and so we've got a new man that we've got that's stepping in and taking. We're going to be doing the booking for us, and we are keeping that under hat until we have our big talent meeting at the New Realm show on the 30th, and we're going to make the announcement to all the talent and everybody there, all the crew and everybody that's there, as to who the new man is. And from that show forward, this will be the first show that he books. So we're putting stuff together right now. It's going to be hot. In the next couple of shows, I'll be able to give out more information on the card and stuff. But and it's just we're keeping that under wraps too as to who the new guy is. So that's a mystery, but it's going to be great, man, because I'm really excited. I've always been excited, and Eric did a fabulous job, man. He's got us up and rolling. But like I said, after 3 years, sometimes you got to stop back and catch your breath, because he's just to let your mind regroup on the idea, thought process, of getting different characters and how to bring the best out of each person that you can. And I'm really excited about the direction that we're talking about going. The things, the office structure of how we put things, how we're going to operate now, and some of the things that we're going to be doing in the future coming up. Like I said, in the next couple of shows, I'll be making some announcements about Deep South and our direction. So y'all stay tuned, check us out, man. I may even have some special guests coming on here pretty soon again too.
Next show is November 30th at New Realm Brewing in Atlanta. And like you said, announcements will be made. The card has not been announced yet. As you make this transition, we, of course, wish the best for Eric. Wish him continued success. Doesn't mean it's the me and you were talking off air. Doesn't mean it's the end of the road with Eric. Coming back to WC Deep South and interacting. He's just going to take a step back for a little bit.
Yeah.
You've seen this up close, so I want to talk about it on a larger scale for everybody. So not only deep South, but let's just look at wrestling in a whole. Talk about what that is like under a new booker. I'm sure you went through it many different times and many different territories and companies, but talk about what that's like. Does it bring a new excitement to all the people in the locker room and behind the scenes? Does it give that new, hey, we got some new blood and a different point of view? Kind of like the world opens up again. You know what I mean?
It does. It does bring that. It does bring that, especially if the previous booker was starting to feel burnout, because you don't realize it until you start seeing it playing out before your eyes, with the things that you've done. You're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't die. I wouldn't have done that. I should have done that differently, and when you start, the time will come when you make a few mistakes and you think, okay, man, I need to step back, I need to catch my breath. I need to step away, and just completely regroup, and sometimes you have to do that. You see that at all levels, man. You see it happen with with the mainstream, especially back in the day when we was running that really super hard schedule all the time. Sometimes you've got no choice, man, for your sanity, for your health, for your
taxing.
Yeah, man, you gotta regroup, man. You got to let your body rest. You got to let your mind rest, your spirit, everything. It's got to just sometimes get all of those things back in sync again before you can come out and really be effective and hit them hard.
So hit us up with any questions you would like. We will get to as many of those as we can. It doesn't have to be about wrestling. It can be, of course. So we encourage that. It can be about music, food, entertainment, whatever you guys want to talk about. We will talk about it. Look, good news for you, Nick. Mad Mac Davis said, Nick, I have that package getting out. It should help with your rash. Enjoy your weekend.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Mac. We appreciate it. Nick, when you're through with it, send it over to my house. I'd like to get rid of my rash.
That damn rash. We dare not show the rash. That's too much, man. I love it. He's such a trip. That guy's cool. I pop in on him and Teddy's podcast every now and then, and they just tell a goofy story or do something, They're great, good guys, man. Really good guys.
Give them a plug. Y'all want to check them out? Yeah, check them out. Mad Mac and the crew. Let's see what we got. Ebison said, what made you get a crew cut? Was that Eric's idea? So you buzzed the mullet. You had the infamous mullet forever, Nick.
Now they told me to cut my hair, and I was like, okay.
For no reason? Was that just you? Was that everybody?
Yeah, I did. Eric came and told me to cut my hair because I had the long hair, and I don't remember exactly where it was in the if they were trying to turn me back babyface or what it was again, at the point in time where we were at storyline wise. But so I was like, okay, if I was going to get a haircut, I didn't want to go and get I'm going to get a haircut, man. So I just said, just buzz it, man. Hell, I'd already had a mullet for so long, and I had long hair, and so I'm like, well, let's go completely different. And I just buzzed it, and I come back. They didn't know who the hell I was, man. I was in the ring, and I have my earpiece on. One of the producers, who the hell's that new ref? That's Nick, man. He got a haircut. He was like, holy shit. When I walked in, this cracked me up. Pillman, I guess he was at an intense stage in his life. And he come up to me and he said, damn, Nick, that's hideous. He goes, I love it.
I
love it. And we both stood there and laughed like hell.
That's all. It's hideous. I love it. I gotta love it. Some people in the chat are asking about our day change. Yes, we did normally do Wednesdays. We're gonna kind of bounce around for a little bit. Personal reasons for your schedule changed.
I can explain why. My wife works for NASCAR. So when NASCAR season is off, she gets the opportunity. She has to go to every race. So when it's off season in NASCAR, she works from home. So we split up days. So, because I got my workout days with Nick, and he likes to go 3 days in a row because that's what we've always done because of my old travel schedule. So we split up the days, and my old Wednesday day is a day that I get to be at home, man. And what we do is I take care of my mom for like 4 days, and then my wife will come in and take care of her for 3 days, and we just boom, boom, just rotate it back and forth until the season cranks back up, and then we're back into Nick double duty, taking care of Nick and mom for like 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. But Nick's a breeze, man. Nick takes care of me as much as I take care of him. I've said that a million times, but it's the truth. Man, it'd be really hard to do all the stuff I'm doing without him.
You've told it on the show before, but in case there's new viewers and listeners, your son has autism, so
my oldest
you're
son
taking
Nick
care of him. That's what you mean.
Yeah, my youngest son Tony's not autistic. He works out. He's a cameraman and a fiber optic tech and does all kinds of but my son Nick, my oldest son, is autistic, and I'm his caretaker. Me and his mom. His mom's on the road most of the time. But when I was on the road most of the time, then she was doing it most. And so, it just flip flopped. I got off the road and she kind of got on the road, and she was like, "Damn, okay."
So, here's what we're going to do. I know everybody, kind of likes a schedule for your viewing pleasure and listening pleasure, so we greatly appreciate that. We are going to try to keep it consistent as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, we're pulling the curtain back, and you guys are our friends and listeners and family, and so we share all of our info from you. I, along with this show and other podcasts for Podcast Heat and ad-free shows, I do a radio show as well, but I also do stand-up comedy. So I travel some weekends. So we're going to try to keep it as consistent as possible. There might be some, like we did on Wednesdays. We might have to do some bump around, but for me and Nick's schedule, we're going to try to keep it as consistent as possible. And today, this was the time, and next week it might be the time as well. We're gonna play that by ear. We will try to keep it consistent as possible for y'all.
Yeah, if we have a change, maybe we can try to put the word out on social media somehow.
Yeah, we will definitely try to get it early.
Yeah, so but it'd be a lot more helpful. But I've had a lot going on. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
No, we both of us. Yeah, no, we're both trying to say the same thing. That's good. I was going to say, if you are on the YouTube here where it's at exclusively every single week, make sure you turn on those notifications. That way you'll know exactly when we go live. You won't miss anything. Make sure you've subscribed so you can interact. Make sure you hit those notifications. You'll be let know when us or anybody else on Podcast Heat goes live. That way you won't miss it. And, of course, interact with us. Hang out with us. And if you don't get to watch it live, make sure you drop a comment. I try to go back to all the previous week's episodes and see if there's any questions left, and I will get to those on the next show. So if you don't watch it live, drop a comment still below. We'll get it on the next one. We want to try to get as many as possible in here. And yes, we're going to run out of time. We might not get to everybody's in the chat. So like we say every single week, hit us up with that super chat if you want to jump to the front of the line, and you'll be greatly supporting the show as well. So appreciate y'all asking about the time change. There's your deal. It will not be on Wednesdays. We can guarantee that. It won't be on Wednesdays for a few.
My days now during off season for NASCAR is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So that's my 4-day window. So we kind of pick whatever day is good for Casio and the team, and we go from there.
We'll lock it down. It'll definitely be one of those days, and then we're going to have more discussions about it, and we'll lock it down to a more consistent time as we can. Stu's Aquatails, who I happen to know, Stu, he said he knows what he's a jet ski nerd, Nick. He's got jet skis. His life revolves around jet skis. He does want to restrain himself, but I want to bring it up. Nick, have you ever had a jet ski? Are you a jet
Never
ski
had
guy?
one, but I've ridden them before. They're friggin' awesome, man. And there's a whole lot worse things to center your life around in the world, man.
Yeah.
That's really unique and pretty friggin' cool.
Yeah,
actually.
Mine's food, and it's killing me. It could be jet skis, and I could be having just the time of my life.
Boy, the combination of those two would really be friggin' awesome.
Yeah, that's my goal. I should eat a sandwich while you're cruising on a jet ski.
There you go. Big
yeah,
cup
man.
holders.
Jets. See, we have a running deal, Nick. You know, I mentioned I'm on a radio show in Huntsville, Alabama, and we have a stipulation that if we get fired, they have to give us jet skis. We're just going to show up. We're just going to show up one day, and they're going to have 2 jet skis on trailers, and we're going to go. All right, we got fired, but we're about to go have a damn good time.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Yeah, that's going to be the best day of the week.
Yeah. Now I go in. I have to be on the air at 5, so I'm up early every day.
Okay.
So I just hope they fire me the day before, so I don't have to get up early.
Yeah, that would suck. Be there 5 in the morning and doing your morning routine to get ready, so that you don't look like you just did. So you don't look like it's 5 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning, the jet ski's not as exciting.
Yeah,
you know.
Hell yeah. Well, I tell you what, that water would be cold 4:30 in the morning out there. Around.
Now I'm okay if they want to fire me at like noon on a Friday, like after going into the weekend.
Yeah.
Then they have that jet ski park out there. I got all weekend, but please don't do it during the show or when I get there. I don't want that. Let's get into some more chats here. We got our buddy Jack Spade hit us up and said, I saw you guys were going live today. Today is November 7th. And it would have been the birthday of the one and only, the monster himself, Mr. King Kong Bundy. Nick, have you ever crossed paths with the monster himself,
yes,
Mr. King Kong Bundy?
Yes, I worked with him, and when he came to Georgia Championship Wrestling. And
okay, so early on.
Yeah, early in his career. Yeah, so that I got to know him, and he was doing the Slam Challenge back then. Like the Iron Sheik used to invite people in to try to twirl the clubs, and
all right,
he invited people in.
Let's don't get ahead of ourselves because we got some people that might not know about it. First, Iron Sheik was doing the club challenge. What was that for everybody?
He had those big wooden clubs that was really heavy that you pick them up, and it's a balance and rhythm thing where he would twirl these giant wooden clubs, and each one of them, they weighed about 70 or 80 pounds, and they looked like a big giant bowling pin kind of,
Yeah,
and the top was a handle, and he'd grab them and he would twirl them, and then he would challenge people to try and do it. And Bundy would let people come in the ring, and they would invite like 5 people. And each one of them would get a chance to try to slam him. They get like 2 chances, and he would just dead ass him. And there wasn't nobody going. You'd have to be a stud to get him, man. So nobody ever got him. But the good story, we was working Georgia Championship Wrestling. It was at the time that we was shooting back and forth. We'd work Georgia towns, during one week, and the next week we'd either go Southern Ohio and West Virginia. And then we go back home again for a week, and we go back up and do Northern Ohio and Michigan or over towards Pennsylvania, and we was hitting these different, all these different towns. So we was on our way from Columbus, Ohio to Huntington, West Virginia. And about halfway, it was one of those little towns. I can't remember which one it was, but there was a little steakhouse there that we would usually it was like the best restaurant on the stretch. There wasn't a lot of choice, because it was, a bunch of little smaller towns. So we'd stop and hit this steakhouse. So we're all sitting there eating, and I forgot who all was with us. It was like, there was 4 of us, and but I remember me and Bundy, and it was probably maybe Brad Armstrong and somebody. But so we're sitting there and we're eating, and I noticed this guy keeps, there's a couple people that kept looking at Bundy, and we're used to that, because people look at him all the time everywhere they freaking go, right?
Yeah, big dude.
So finally this one guy goes, "Sir," he goes, "your chair." And he pointed down, and at the bottom of his chair, all those little cross runners that go across and connect all the legs.
Yeah.
He had 2 of them that was broke, and one of them legs was just like trembling. and no sooner, I swear to God, no sooner than he looked down at it to see what the guy was talking about, the freaking chair exploded. The legs went blam in the chair. And he took this big flat bump on his back in the middle of this steakhouse, right? And he was embarrassed as hell. I looked at him, I said, "Sell it, sell it." But he was so embarrassed, and they ended up buying his steak, of course, for him, because,
oh, really?
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, I think they might have picked up the whole tab. I don't really remember if they did or not, because they were afraid. She could have sued him. But I bless his heart, he was so embarrassed. But that damn chair, it was the timing. It was like a friggin' comedy skit, man. The guy just waited till the last. Said, "Man, sir, your chair. That chair must have looked like it was sweating." You know, like, oh,
Yeah, if he noticed it, yeah.
yeah, because he looked down, and man, no sooner than he looked down, I guess when he shifted forward so he could bend down and see what he was talking about, that shift was too much, man. And boom, bless his heart, he was
Well,
embarrassed as hell.
so was that what, mid 80s maybe?
Early 80s.
Early
Early
80s?
80s. Yeah.
Was
Probably,
he already Bundy then, or was he
one or
still?
two. Yeah. King Kong Bundy. He called himself King
He
Kong
went
Bundy.
by Chris Canyon a little bit, Crippler Canyon, and then he went by Big Daddy Bundy. And then 82, he switched to King Kong Bundy. So you were there probably right when he switched.
Yeah, right at the beginning of the King Kong thing, because it was about 82 when this happened.
I know they kind of, hype up some heights and weights sometimes, wink, wink.
Yeah.
But they got him listed at 6'4", 450. Do you think he was that big? What do you think he was?
I don't think he was 6'4", but he was close. And
Over
450.
6 foot for sure.
Yeah, 450. That's
Big man.
maybe a stretch, but he was in them high threes, close to 4. At least that. He was a big.
I mean,
dude.
look at him. He's just wide, man. He's a big guy.
Yeah, just a big, thick dude, man.
So he had a
super nice guy too. Really friendly, really super cool guy. Got along really well with him. He was just easy to travel with. Super nice guy.
It's funny because the more I talk to wrestlers and interact with people who've been in the business like yourself and Mike Chioda and the Godfather, all these Road Dogg, all these people that I've interacted with and had the opportunity to talk with many times. A lot of the monster guys were the nicest guys on the roster.
Yeah.
George the Animal Steel and Kane and Taker and like everybody.
Ming.
Just he's Ming, yeah.
Ming could beat up 40 people if he wanted to. These are the nicest people you'll ever meet, man.
Haku, just all these dudes are like the nicest guys you meet. And you're like, man, you were the monster.
Yeah, it's funny. And they talk in a real friendly voice, and instead of
you're just supposed to just growl at me and sling me out of the way. I found a pic, by the way. There's the Persian Club.
There they are, the Persian Club. Man, I got a funny story about that too. Bless his heart. He would invite people in, and he would tell me, he always called me Nicky Baby. He'd go, Nicky Baby, tell the Jabroni, these clubs are very expensive. Do not drop the clubs. If you can't throw the clubs, put the clubs down. And so for me to say that to somebody, that's just giving, especially somebody that's drunk and wanting to show off, that's just like giving them a green light pretty much, So we were in Dayton, Ohio at that big hockey building that they had, an old school building, man. And we had about 5 or 6 kids in the ring. And one kid was this big muscled up dude, man. And he looked like he could do it fairly easy. He looked like he could. So he'd been drinking, and he made a big production of going to twirl the clubs, and just stepped up like it was a big power thing. And he grabbed him, and he went to sling him up, and it was like a firecracker that fizzled. It went, he didn't even get him up chest high, right? He was like, and everybody had, because he made such a big production of it, everybody was kind of like, the audience started snickering. So he got embarrassed. He got mad. Let me try it again. And another big production. And he tried it. He got up a little bit higher. Oh, no deal. So I said, okay, man. No. So I said, okay, let's go next. One more time. I'm like, come on, man. There's probably 6 people in here. So I didn't want to fight the guy. So I said, all right, this is your last chance. So he tried it a third time, and it was just about the worst failure of all of them, right?
Oh.
So he got mad. Instead of just setting the clubs down, he slung them. And when he did, one of them went and cracked all the way upside.
Oh.
And Sheik looked at me and went, Nicky baby. And he was doing his hands like that. And he turned to the guy and went, bam! And he open hand smacked this guy. And dropped him. And he started putting the friggin' boots to this guy, right? But he had a bad ankle. So it looked like he was doing working stomps. But he was trying to stomp this guy's ass. And he knocked the guy out, right? So now there's 5 other people in the ring that go, holy shit, they didn't know what to do. So they were going to try to jump on to stop it.
Oh no!
So now the locker room empty. The Wild Samoans, and I forgot who else come down. But I think Buzz Sawyer. Man, we had troops come down, and we had this well, we didn't really have to fight our way back that time. We had to kind of push our way through. But I've had to fight my way back before. But but we had to kind of push our way through because they were coming down close, and the guy was going to sue the Iron Sheik for it.
Uh-oh.
And so it was back at the time where video cameras had just come out. So it's like early 80s, right? And somebody, wasn't supposed to have them, but somebody snuck one in. Somebody had a video. Somebody had a video of it and gave it to the guy. And the guy was going to take Cosgrove to court. And the shit was on. And they made me go up and testify to a lawyer to give a deposition.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I was in the ring for all of it. I saw it. I was part of the whole damn thing.
We got to lawyers' deposition.
Oh, man. Yeah. 2 weeks before it went to court. And this guy had Sheik's ass nailed to the wall. They had video evidence of Sheik hitting him first. Bam. The guy never laid a hand on Sheik. He just threw the clubs,
Wow.
And the guy got killed in a car wreck 2 weeks before the court date, and she got it was wiped clear. Nothing happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but that guy had him, man. He had him, and 2 weeks before the court date, he got killed in a car wreck.
That might have changed his career.
Yeah, it would have altered the course of a lot of things for him.
Yeah, that's money going out. That's him got it on his record. That's all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's a crazy story. Uh-oh.
Not too long after that, they quit inviting people into the ring.
Yeah, I was about to say. Sorry, I got technical difficulties here. I was about to say, now if you thought, let's bring people in the ring, people go, no, we're not.
Are you out of your mind? Yeah, no. Nothing good could come from this. And it disrespects all the people that have dedicated their life and busted their ass to be able to step through those ropes, So,
have you, luckily, I hope the answer is no, but have you ever had any fan problems at Deep South?
No, we've had a couple of people hit the ring, because they had a couple too many beers, but we pulled them out. It wasn't any brawl type situation or anything.
Okay.
It's more of a family atmosphere, honestly.
Yeah.
There's kids there, there's people there, because it's a restaurant deal, but we get a lot, we have people coming in off the belt line too. So it's a mix, but it's really a lot more family oriented than you would think, because we got a bunch of kids that come.
Yeah. That's all. I mean, wrestling fandom has changed. They used to, you said, fight your way out, and some dudes got stabbed on the way out.
Oh yeah,
Meemaw's pulling a pistol on you.
It used to be nuts, man. A bunch of the old timers have been stabbed. Pop has been stabbed before. It's man. I had a picture of Pop, and he was like, it was before I was born, and he was working in California. It was I think it was Sacramento Riot or something they called it then. And Pop.
What promotion is it?
I don't remember. It was probably
way back.
It was out in California. It was in Shires, I think.
Is he the assassin here?
No, he was just Jody Hamilton. He was young. Yeah, he was young. Yeah, he's standing there with a guy. I forgot the guy's name too, but somebody got stabbed and a riot had started, and people were charging the locker room. And Pop, he was like 20 years old. He's standing there. And he fought Golden Gloves, so he could fight, and could wrestle. So him and this other guy wrestling, they were guarding the door, and the article said the two wrestlers stopped and stood their ground, and no one challenged. It was because they were surrounded. They were surrounded. They had their backs against the wall, so they could only surround them so much. They could only come from so many angles. But they stood their ground and said, "Come on, you son of a bitches!" And it made the newspaper.
Wow.
Yeah. I got a picture of it. I'll try to dig up that picture. I shared it on Facebook a long time ago. But it had the whole article too. It was a riot. They called it, I think, the Sacramento. I think it happened in Sacramento. I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. That was.
Where did he get stabbed at?
Pop got stabbed in the arm.
They just shanked him real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think he got one on the
Man,
side too. He had a little one on the down the side there, but it was just a little, like a more of a puncture than a big, deep mortal wound.
was that before
Like
you were
it
born,
was like,
or were you
yeah,
young?
yeah. Not, I think it was before I was born, but if I was born, I was very, very young.
Super young.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit some more chats over here. How about that? Ibsen said King Kong Bundy was my
All
neighbor
right.
here in South Jersey in Glassboro. How about that?
That's awesome, man. Yeah. So if you knew him, then you knew he was a super nice guy, soft
Ibsen,
spoken. Yeah, you would think, with being King Kong Bundy, but he was a very soft spoken guy, nice guy.
tell us about him, Ibsen. Was he? Look, did he keep his yard cut? Was he? What was he like? Was he out there gardening? How was he as a neighbor, Ibsen? We got to know. And also, he said, Ibsen's got a good one. Hey, did you have a go-to restaurant when you left pay-per-views?
It depends on the town.
Okay.
We did pay-per-views at different towns. Then most of the towns we had different places that we'd like to go.
What about was there like a franchise you always wanted? Were you a Whataburger guy, a Waffle House guy?
All the above. Fast food, you eat at all of them, whatever's available when you're on the road. But when you're looking for a place that's the something that you look for every time you come to town, it's not one of them. It's like yeah. Yeah, it's like up in Buffalo, you'd go to Elio DiPaolo's place, or if it was in Baltimore, you'd go to what was that Italian place down in Little Italy?
I've actually ate there. What? It's a great place.
Sabatino's.
Sabatino's, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That whole
There was
area is fantastic. Yeah.
Teddy was talking about a seafood place, and I forgot the name of it, but there was a seafood place. It was right down there, really close to the Coliseum in Corpus Christi, and they had the best gumbo, and you could order fresh seafood caught that day, and they'd bring and show you the fish, and it was fishermen would bring it, and they
Oh wow.
and I would always go in there, and their gumbo was unbelievable, and they had really good raw oysters too, because I was into that back in the day. And me and Teddy go in there, hired and Cootie Brown go in there and be scarfing seafood, man. Wow, oysters and gumbo and drinking those. And that was one other one that I liked, man. Yeah.
How many oysters could Nick Patrick hit back?
It depends on. I mean, I'd go do a dozen
12,
easy.
24?
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't do much more than a dozen because I don't
Okay.
want to mess my stomach up. You know what I mean? You get crazy with eating a bunch. You eat 2 dozen oysters and you're like, your stomach is like, what the hell did you just do to me, man?
What's your oyster style? You going cracker? You going?
I like a little cracker. I like cracker. I like the little horseradish with the cocktail sauce
Okay.
and a little bit of lemon. I like a little hot sauce in there too.
Okay, what's your favorite hot sauce?
You
like Frank's? You like?
I like Frank's. I like Texas Pete.
Yeah.
So Tabasco is always good.
Always good
because it's and I like the jalapeno Tabasco is different too on different stuff. It's really good on black eyed peas.
The jalapeno Tabasco.
Yeah.
Okay, on black eye. I love black eyed peas now.
Yeah, you slap a little jalapeno Tabasco in there and tell me what you think.
Now my fridge right now, I got a Chipotle Tabasco.
That's good. That's good.
It's real good. It can go with a lot of things. It's got that smoky flavor. We got a new record, Nick Patrick. We have our highest super chat we've ever got.
Guess what, man? I guess we need to kayfabe the show.
Look at that.
All right, man. That's awesome.
$99.99 from Stu's Aquatail. Stuart, first of all, thank you to Stuart for hitting us up. The new record, biggest super chat in the deal. Yes.
All right, man. Thank you.
Nick, Stu said, if I could say one thing and one thing only about jet skis here, don't ever purchase a Sea-Doo Spark. It was fun for a 15-minute ride. It becomes a ball breaker. You feel every wave, every ripple. I rented one on Gunnersville for 4 hours once and still felt it 3 months later. So
Yeah, that's good to know because my back, with my back, there's a lot of stuff I just can't do anymore. And I'm afraid that those water skis are one of them. I used to love dirt bikes. I love dirt bikes, but man, my body's so beat up right now. I'd be looking like grandma riding, riding that son of a bitch now, man. I used to
I
be Papa riding wheelies down the road and jumping and shit, laying it down in the dirt. I took Brad Armstrong out riding one time, and he freaked out, man, because we had a jump where you can jump it going up or jump it going down. I used to like going down where you could get air, distance,
okay.
But and I come riding by him. I popped the wheelie, rode down the road. I rode by me, like, he was riding like grandma, because he
Whose
didn't
bike?
know.
Were they your bikes?
Yeah, I had bikes back when I was
What
really
was
young.
it?
And Pop, I had a Kawasaki G5 100, but I grew out of that. And my sister had a Suzuki, one of those 100s that had the little gimmick that you could switch it for road or trail gears, the little
Okay,
switch,
yeah.
way back in the day. So Brad rode that one, but I had sold my 100, and Pop had a Suzuki 400.
400.
And
Okay.
yeah, man,
Well,
that
that thing would
400,
get after it.
dude, it would climb a friggin' telephone pole if you could stay on it. It was badass. But I used to get on that 400 and wow, man. But I tell you what, when Pop was riding, because he was a big man, when he was riding on that 400, and if we was on the street riding, and I was on my little G5 100 Kawasaki, I could hang with him at top end. That's how fast
Really?
that little 100 Kawasaki G5 100
And
would
climbing.
fly. Oh my God, it would fly, man. It was cool.
But climbing, he's going to get you.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh
He's
yeah.
going to take off on you.
That 400 was badass. The first motorcycle he ever had was a Harley Davidson 350 dirt bike. I'd never seen one before or
Harley
since.
Davidson dirt bike.
Yeah, and if you cranked it, you use a kickstart. That son of a bitch would just come back and bust your. Oh God, it hurt your leg. But Pop was so funny. One time we went riding, and he went to cross this creek. It was a big, wide creek, and people had been crossing it. And he went to this part where it got too deep, and he bogged down because I was on the back of it with him, and he was a big man, And there's people riding dirt bikes flying through there. That was, average sized people riding a powerful dirt bike could make it through there, but a 270-pound guy with his kid on the back, it's going to bog down. So we bogged down in the middle of this creek. Now I'm in the 4th or the 5th grade, I think. So yeah, I think
Really?
I'm in the 5th grade. So Pop says, "All right, Joey." He called me Joey. He said, "Get on this thing. Give us some gas. I'm gonna pull him back end up out of this mud. You drive it on up to the other side." Because now he's in the creek lifting the back of this thing, and this is just like a friggin' cartoon. He said, "Okay, go." I went, yeah, 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 yeah. Pop that clutch, that wheel started spinning, and it spun mud and sand and shit all up my dad's face and all over his shirt. And I looked back, and when I saw that, I jumped off that friggin' motorcycle and ran over to the other bank, and he started cussing. And he grabbed his damn motorcycle, lifted that son of a bitch out of the mud, and threw the bike off. Yes, he got. I was like, oh my God. And it wouldn't crank because it was stubborn, man. It was cold.
Was this it?
It looked just like that, only his was black. Yeah.
Okay.
His was black.
I looked it up. That's a 1971 right
there.
there.
Yeah. It was a Harley Sports. I forgot what it was called. I forgot
they
the
call
name
this
of it.
one an Air Machi.
Yeah, it was
Sprint.
It was a 350 Sprint. Yeah, 350
Sprint. Yeah, they called it a Sprint.
Sprint.
How about that?
Yeah, that's it. No, his was solid black, and he threw that son of a bitch. And then we had to walk because we had there were no cell phones. I was little kids. We had to walk about 2 miles to find a payphone to call my mom and explain to her where we was at. And then he had to load the thing up on the back because he had the little gimmick where he could you could load his bike up on the back. They had we put the front tire and the back tire gimmick. It was attached to our bumper so you could put a motorcycle on the back. And we ended up getting we got the motorcycle home, but it had it had water in it from going down the deal. And after I jumped off and let it go, but he ended up, it didn't have to have a whole lot of work done to it. But he sold it not too long after that and went for the Suzuki. The Suzuki was, I mean, that was a cool, and to have that motorcycle right now, it'd probably be a classic, you know.
Oh
If
yeah.
you had one of them right now, and God, I wish he still had that, but riding that Suzuki was so much different, and so much like, okay, yeah, that if you was a trail rider, you know, and there was a huge difference.
Oh sure. Yeah, those are big differences. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a little image of the old Sea-Doo Spark here so we could show everybody. Look,
Not get one.
yeah, I was about to say, if Stuart's gonna pay us $100 to tell everybody not to get one, I want to make sure nobody gets one.
You daggum right. We're going to highlight a picture of it and send it to me so I can put it on Facebook. Don't buy one of these damn things. It'll beat you to death.
Now look, he is Stuart's. Like, I hate to tell on him, but because I've already talked to him about it, he's banned from Facebook right now because he's been complaining about the Kawasaki jet skis. So
they banned him for complaining about a product. That's incredible. He must have got pretty heavy with his complaint, I guess. I don't know.
He's in Facebook jail.
Damn.
Yeah, he's in Facebook jail.
Let's give him a Ron Simmons.
He said what's too. Dang, he said something's too small for me. The Spark. Is the Spark too small for me? Hey, that's pretty bad when a jet ski's too small for you.
I didn't know you had to have different specifications.
Yeah.
I guess you would though, because I've seen some of them. They can carry like 3 people. You know.
Oh yeah. No, they're big. That's what I'm saying. I know there's bigger sizes, but that's kind of. I gotta look at myself in the mirror if I'm too big for a damn jet ski, Nick.
We need to get one that you and C-Dub can ride together, man.
Well, C-Dub's with us. Yeah, he's with us. He said Kenny Powers loved jet skis. You used to look like Kenny, but you get that all the time.
Yeah. They thought Kenny Powers was out on the lake, man. Look, I saw Kenny Powers out on the lake today, man, riding a damn jet ski.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, all right. All right, so I found the Sea-Doo Spark, I think. So we're gonna throw a picture up. It's clearly too small for me, apparently, but nobody gets the Sea-Doo Spark.
Yeah.
There's our PSA for the day, right there.
Yes, it will. This one will beat you to death, he says.
Not worth the trouble. There's a reason, he said, it's so cheap. So
there you go. There generally is. You generally get what you pay for.
Now, look, first of all, again, thank you, Stuart, for being the top super chat we've had in the history of the show. You came in hot. Sir. We like that. And he said it was absolutely no problem. He got paid this week. So, Nick, first of all,
right. I'm glad somebody did.
I was going to say, I think it's a good sign we need to start doing shows on Fridays. Everybody,
man. Yeah, payday, man. We come out. Yeah.
We've been hitting them on Wednesdays.
At the first of the month and on Friday.
Yeah. We've been doing them Wednesday shows and everybody's already spent all their damn money.
Yeah, what the hell was we thinking, man?
And from now on, Fridays and first of the month, we'll do emergency shows on there. That's great. Oh, C-Dubs is with us. C-Dubs with us. That's good. So that's awesome, dude. Yeah, he's we'll chat about anything you want to chat about. Let's see what we got. Ibsen said Bundy was buried 5 miles from his home in Turnersville. All right. So he's still close to home over there.
Yeah.
Ibsen, did you ever talk to him, Ibsen? Did you ever go over? Did he ever borrow a cup of sugar from you?
You ever have a barbecue?
A barbecue with Bundy, a Bundy barbecue.
A Bundy barbecue.
Stu said we need the Kawasaki 310 horsepower powered by an Eaton supercharger. Woo! That sounds like it'll get up and go, son.
Yeah, that looks like an injury. that looks like hospital time. What was you doing, sir? Well, I was doing 100 miles an hour on a jet ski, and my stupid ass fell off.
Let's see what we got here. Ibsen's been hanging out, so I get another question from him. He said, the Click in the WWF would rent a van for the 5 of them. Did you ever join others and rent a van to save money, Nick?
No, but I had a couple buddies that had vans back in the day. I had a van by myself back in the day. And it really wasn't to save money. It was just I liked the van, And sometimes when you're traveling a lot, and we did a lot of driving back in the day, and sometimes you'd get tired as hell and just wanted to stop and you didn't want to have to get a whole room, especially if you could find a place where you could stop and chill and park and just
take a
let
nap,
the air run and take a nap, man. And so I like, we had vans back in the day. Back in the day, they were the customized and cool. Mine wasn't a customized cool van. I had one of the big, long, extra long Ford Aerostars when I had my kids. For little league and stuff. And it worked out good for the road. But and it wasn't too bad of a gas guzzler. The wind, big vans are a bitch on windy days. I figured that much out.
Did you? When did they start letting y'all get rental cars?
Damn, we got rental cars as early as Georgia Championship Wrestling days when we'd go on tour. They would they flew us and they'd get a rental car for us. We screwed the deal up. And they still they still got rental cars for us. They'd still pay for them.
What do you mean you screwed the deal up?
We wrecked so many rental cars. There was a point in time that there was a professional wrestler or a wrestling group could not rent a car at the airport in Columbus, Ohio, or anywhere in the city of Columbus, Ohio. We couldn't rent a damn car, so the office would have to rent the cars under a different name that had nothing to do with wrestling and put people that they trusted in charge of, okay, you got this car, like, okay.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. And then, eventually you just get your own car and turn the deal in the report like normal business people do. But, this was a long ass time ago. And they wasn't used to paying for things for the guys, so it was all new.
At the end, was it rent a car and then they just pay you back?
Yeah. It ended up being like that. It ended up being the easiest way.
That way it'd be under your name. Yeah.
Yeah, and you'd be responsible with your insurance and stuff. The office was like, man, you guys are killing us. Somebody's wrecking a car every damn week up here. What the hell? This isn't a demolition derby, guys. Oh, it's not damn.
Wow, thanks for telling me now.
Yeah, you should have told us that from the get-go.
Let's see what we got. Stu said, I've never been much of a wrestling fan, but recently the sport is starting to grow on me. Well, welcome to the club, Stuart. Hang out with us, man.
Yeah, man.
Enjoy it. Go back and watch the old stuff, man. If you want to help get into it, watch the new stuff too, or whatever you want. If you go watch that old stuff, Stuart, you'll see the man you're talking to, not me. This man beside me is a living legend, my friend. That's why we do the weekly show here on Podcast Heat Wrestling. He also hit us with another super chat. Said it's all fun and games, but he's not banned on Facebook anymore. Okay.
Good.
Kawasaki is working on a fix for fuel pump issues I'm having in my 2023 Kawasaki STX. Yeah, Stu told me he was just letting Kawasaki know about the problems, and they I guess they got mad and banned him. But Stuart, glad you're out of jail. Glad you're out of jail. And thank you for the super chats. We greatly appreciate it. Nick, I had an idea.
Yes.
For a new segment every week. All right. That way me and you can do it. We can also get everybody watching and listening to send in their topics, and we could do those every week. So I made us a little thing. Maybe it's called 1, 2, 3 with Nick Patrick. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to give you 3 names and a topic, and you got to rank them first, second, and third.
Okay.
All right. You down with this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's just start with a fun one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And these ain't saying they're the top 3 ever. They're just 3 random names, and you rank them. All right. So today in 1, 2, 3 with Nick Patrick, we're gonna go best heel promos. Your names: Vince McMahon, Roddy Piper, and Paul Heyman. Rank them 1, 2, 3, 1 being the best. And this ain't saying they're bad or they're the best. This is just out of these 3, 1, 2, 3. Vince McMahon, Roddy Piper, Paul Heyman in order of best heel promos. What do you got, Nick?
I'd go Heyman 1, Piper
Really?
2, Piper 2, McMahon 3.
Heyman 1.
Yeah.
Why do you say that? What makes him number 1 in your mind?
Just because he just his delivery and his facial expressions and the things that he does in the background. Like, he'll say his promo, but like when his guy is talking, the facial expressions that he makes while he's looking at the guy, like he's just adoring, he goes, he's a total package, and he's an awesome promo. He's a guy that you can give the microphone and give him 10 minutes and keep the people.
Every time.
So he's got the promo. Piper was always a great promo. Always a great promo, but Heyman can get more PowerPoints in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where Piper was more just explosive energy, and he got his points across. But Heyman can get more in. I think, if that makes any sense. And then McMahon would be third. He's a great, he's another great promo. But that's just how I would rate those 3.
Interesting. Well, I didn't know where you were going. My guess was going to be Vince 1, and then Heyman. Roddy 3 to me, not because he can't do a great heel promo, but he also gave us, babyface promos. The other 2 guys, Vince and Paul, are all heels.
Straight heel.
Never not been a heel. Always don't even want to see him not be a heel. I never want to see a babyface Vince or Paul Heyman.
Oh yeah, Paul couldn't be a babyface.
No chance. No. And the boss is Vince. You never want the boss to be a babyface, hardly. But especially with Vince, he's so good at being that heel on his promos. So that's interesting. You had Paul first, and Roddy second, and Vince third. That's interesting.
I like that because his promos were different.
Yeah.
Paul's are more scripted, and Roddy's was raw energy. And I liked the raw energy promos a lot. But it's hard. It's hard to do those scripted promos. You got to, there's so many bullet points and shit to remember.
Man, that's entertainment. Yeah. Whatever the case may be, get something recorded, get something scripted, and turn it into your own, and deliver it like it's just off the cuff.
My guess is that Paul probably wrote, because he's one of the writers, he probably wrote his own promo. So if you're writing your own promo and you write it, then it would be much easier to remember it.
You've heard it in your head how it's supposed to be delivered.
You built it and constructed it and put it on paper and fixed pieces of it and put it the way you want it, But then it makes it easier to remember that. If somebody gives you 3 pages of shit to remember that you didn't put together, and it's like, that'd be hard to do. And that happens to these kids,
And some people do get it. Some people do not.
Some can do it. I couldn't do it.
In the comments below, let us know your 1, 2, 3 in that order. Best heel promos, your choices only. Vince McMahon, Roddy Piper, Paul Heyman. You heard Nick's, which would be Paul, Roddy, and then Vince. Let us hear yours. Go ahead and comment below. We'd love to check those out and see how you rank them on our new segment, 1, 2, 3 with Nick Piper. Nick, what do you think about the picture that they created for you there?
I like the neck brace and the haircut. I think they've got it pretty close. They got it pretty close.
The face does not look like you. I'm going to be honest.
No, that's a little different. My eye, especially now, I got them old tired ass baggy eyes now, man. I need to go get some ice packs and some cucumbers and shit.
We're trying to keep you young. We can go back. Make it old.
Yeah. Give me a cane. Hell, I had to take a cane to my last show. I tweaked my knee working out with my son. It's better now. In fact, today was my first day of pretty much almost going back at 100% at it again. But man, where my quad ties into the bone there on my bad knee, and I had the really bad surgery. I was working out with my son the other day, and that damn thing cramped up on me, and I could not put any weight on that leg for a minute. I was like, oh, no. And I was standing by this machine, so I just grabbed on the machine for a minute and held onto it. And I gently tried to put more weight on it. And it was like, oh, no. So I had to massage my quad for a couple of minutes actually, and man, where it was like right where it ties in down there, man. It was sore for about a week, but I was back in the swing today, man. I know got to stretching out, and I just took everything light from then on. I didn't do any lifting or anything. I quit. I cut the cardio out for a week and let it rest, and then come back easy.
So do we need to add a cane to him now or what? You good?
No, the cane. I took the cane to the show, and I didn't use it one time.
Okay, good.
But I had it there in case that's something, because it wasn't knotted up the whole time. When it wasn't knotted up, I felt okay. I could walk, and I didn't know when it was going to knot up. There for a couple of days, I could get up from sitting down, and I take that first step, and bang! I was like, oh, it's But I'm okay now.
You're good now?
You hear that wood? I'm knocking on wood. I'm okay now. I do it up here. I'm not okay.
Ibsen said it looks like Danny Davis.
It does look kind of like Danny Davis, doesn't it?
That's great. All right, so we'll do that every single week here on the show. If you like it, Nick.
Cool.
You like it?
Yeah, I do. That's cool.
And if y'all got any suggestions, we'll have our own. And if you have a suggestion for another 1, 2, 3 with Nick Patrick, let us know. You give us the topic, and you got to give us the names. Now, we're not just this isn't ranking everybody. This is just the 3 names that we sling together. So hit us up there. Also, before we get out, how about this one, Nick?
Michelangelo. All right, man.
So this is Michelangelo, voice of Deep South Wrestling. It's my first time being on Nick's broadcast. Thanks to my amigo 40 ounce C-Dub. Forget him out. Tell us about Michael, the voice of Deep South.
Michael's a good guy, man. I found him. He come to Facebook, and then he come down and started training with us at Deep South, and not so much in the ring because Michael's had back surgery and stuff, but he has a unique, cool personality, and he likes that aggressive. You've heard our ring announcer. He's got, man, he gets at it like the MMA guys, and he was a big Sam Kinison fan. So
nice.
he wanted to announce like Sam Kinison. So I said, let's amp it down just a little.
One level down. One level.
Just a little bit down from Sam. And he's found that level. So he's doing a great job for us. He's doing a really good job.
Well, that's awesome. Appreciate y'all. Well, look, he's had back surgery. So as we know, we need to catch him up to speed. Do not get the Sea-Doo Spark, Michael.
No, he won't.
It's not going to be good for the back.
It'll tear your back up, Michael. Michael says, damn, I was just about to go and get one, too.
I know he's about to take that Deep South money and go get him a
That was on my
Sea-Doo
Christmas
Spark.
list, and now I got to change
it. Nick, we'll show you. Ibsen wanted us to tell you, too. He's commented and left some comments about his time being the neighbor with Bundy. So we'll get you those comments.
That's very cool.
By the way, he said Bundy said it was legit that he broke Hogan's ribs before their WrestleMania match, and Hulk was never mad at him because he knew it was not intentional. How about that?
Stuff happens, man. I've heard a bunch of guys say it, but the one that really sticks out in my mind was Dr. Death Steve Williams saying it after Brad Armstrong. And I wasn't there, but everybody, it's a legendary story amongst the boys. Brad accidentally potatoed Doc over the eye, and I mean, it took like 100 stitches, just, I mean, just a big man.
Made him open.
Bad and deep. And Brad was just so apologetic. Oh, God, I'm so sorry, man. He goes, it ain't ballet, Brad.
Yeah, I think.
Well, okay, then.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I would assume most of the guys and girls in the ring, they know things happen, and they also know when things happen intentionally.
Oh, yeah. Generally, if something intentionally is going to happen, it happens outside of the ring.
Yeah.
That's our showcase, that we're out there to make, that's how we make our living. You don't go out there and take personal bullshit out there. If you do, then you won't have a job for long. But,
beefs are going to come up, but don't handle it.
If you got something to handle it in the back, handle it at home, handle it wherever, but don't do it in the ring.
40 ounce said Mike is a pie man. What does that mean?
I don't know. There's different
definitions.
Depends on if you talk to Rock or who you're talking to here. Hell, I thought we all were.
I think I'm a fan of all pies, no matter what we're talking about.
I have to say, yes.
What does that mean, 40 ounce? He's a pie man. I'm a pie man.
Yeah, I have to go with it now.
Maybe that needs to be our next shirt we release. Is I'm a pie man.
I'm a pie man. Hope Rock don't get hot at us.
Oh, Ibsen said Bundy loved going to the Chinese restaurant. He loved eating lots of shrimp. Well, I bet he could crush some shrimp.
Yeah, hell, I could too.
I bet he could crush some shrimp.
Yeah, he was such a good guy, man. Such a sweet disposition person. Like you said, most of the big guys, the big gruffly guys that you think are just are generally pretty nice guys, man.
Well, before we get out of here, one more time, your next show going to be at New Realm Brewing in Atlanta, November 30th, end of the month. Thanksgiving will be out of the way, so that's done. Come back to Atlanta. If you're traveling and you're in the Atlanta area, stop by. It is a free show for everybody, man.
Yeah, it's awesome atmosphere. The food's tremendous. The action is off the charts. The kids bring it every time, every show, man. And this is going to be a big one for us because we've got a new regime, a new booker, and a new start going forward with a new look, and it's going to be exciting. And we're waiting to announce the person locker room first at the show. So, the closer we get, I'll have more card information, but. Until after the show, then we'll announce who the new booker is, and maybe we'll even have him come on as a guest, perhaps. We'll see, but it's cool. We've got a lot of good things happening.
It's kind of it's kind of like in sports. Sometimes you got to bring that extra guy off the bench, get a little spark.
Yeah, change managers every now and then.
Yeah, you guys will have that new spark. I know it's going to be an exciting time, and like you said, the closer it gets. We'll make some more announcements. We'll get you the card as soon as it's announced. A lot of moving pieces there. So it's going to be a big show at the end of the month for Deep South Wrestling. Follow them all over the internet. We Are Deep South is their website. You can follow them on Instagram, Deep South Wrestling there. They've got their on YouTube, got their Facebook as well. Follow us. I'm at The Casio Kid on all the social media as well. We appreciate y'all. Please like and subscribe to Podcast Heat Wrestling. That way, you'll know it every time me and Nick decide to fire this thing up and go live for you. We always appreciate it. We're here for y'all. So if y'all weren't interacting with us, it'd be a lot less exciting. I'll be honest with you, Nick. I mean, I love you, but they make it exciting.
It'd just be me telling old stories the whole time, man.
Just me and you. Now, we can do that, but we'd like y'all to interact with us.
I've got them. It is a lot more fun to interact with people, honestly.
We're going to go live every single week on here on Podcast Heat Wrestling. Thank y'all for allowing us the schedule change. We appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us live. Stuart, appreciate those super chats, man. You got the new record.
Yes,
sir. New record for biggest super chat. Thank you for coming in hot.
Yes, sir, man.
New
Thank
bar. We greatly appreciate all of you. Even if you didn't hit a super chat and you hit us with a question, or you were just watching and we didn't get to it, thank you. We appreciate it hanging out with us every single week on the Podcast Heat Wrestling channel. I am Casio. That is the man, the myth, the legend, the NWO heel ref himself, Mr. Deep South Wrestling, Nick Patrick. Nick, we'll see you back here again next week. How about it, brother?
Yes, sir. I'll be here. We'll try to let them know when we pinpoint exactly which day we're going to do. We'll try to get the word out on social media.
We will. We'll be back here again next week. We'll announce that as soon as possible when we nail down the date. So for Nick Patrick, I am Casio. Thank you to everybody here and behind the scenes at Podcast Heat Wrestling. We'll see you there next week on Nick Patrick's Mailbag.